Students, today I will be discussing a biology topic of class 10th, that is life process. Now first of all we should consider what is life process. I have drawn here a concept mapping for that also. So what is life process? Now, these are the processes that maintain the life of organisms. When we talk about life process, I am talking about the processes or the process that maintain life of organisms. Now one by one children we are going to discuss about these. First is the nutrition, second is going to be digestion, third is respiration, then is growth, reproduction and excretion as well as circulation or transportation of substances. When we talk about nutrition, so what is nutrition is? So let me now come to this nutrition. Nutrition is the uptake of food oblique nutrients for growth and to maintain life process. Now when we talk about uptake of the food, we are talking about the taking in of the food. How food is taken inside. Okay, that we are going to now discuss under nutrition. Let me rub all these things. Now coming to nutrition. Children, when we talk about nutrition, as I have told you, it is uptake of the food for maintenance of life process. Now what is food? What is food? Food is organic substance derived from plants and animals which provide us with nutrients. We know what are the nutrients are. Carbohydrate, vitamins, these are vital amines. Amines means NH3. When we talk about amine, we are talking about NH3 group. Then protein, minerals, then fat. So carbohydrate means sugars. When we talk about carbohydrate, we are talking about sugar. There are so many kinds of sugars which are present. We will discuss this in the later lecture. Now protein is very important for bodybuilding, synthesis, enzymes, etc. And then minerals are important because they are helpful in building up our bones, teeth, as you see, and they also help in the movement of impulses in our body. Impulses means the messages which are there. Then fats, as I told you, fats are stored food products which are very important for the days when we are not getting the food properly. So the fats are then converted into the carbohydrates, and these carbohydrates provide us the energy. So children, food is very important. Now what is food? We discussed about what is food here. Now the next thing we are going to discuss, is why food is important. Yes, I told you food is organic substance. And the forms you have already learned in your 9th class. Plants give us cereals, they give us fruits, etc. And animals, they provide us milk, etc. Meat also we get it from them. Now, forms of food. Now the food can be in form of milk, it is meat. Now it is also in the form of cereals like wheat, rice, etc. And in 9th class itself we learned about that wheat provides us with protein, gluteins are present there. Then rice provides us with food which has high carbohydrate amounts. Then comes here, there are so many things. Then oil like mustard provides us oil. Then animal oil are also there, ghee, etc. So we have learned these all things. Now I am going to come to the topic. This is an important topic now. In which form we eat food? I already told you about we eat food in cooked forms and then it is digested in the body. That we will learn afterwards. Now coming to what are the key components of food? When I talked about components, we are talking about chemicals. Chemical component. This question has been asked many a times in NPSC also. When I talk about the components, I am talking about chemical components. It has what? Carbon dioxide. When we talk about it has what? Not carbon dioxide, I should say carbon. It has what? Hydrogen. It has got nitrogen. These are the main components. Then phosphorus is there. All these minerals are there. They are micro and macronutrients. Now, how can I say when I tell you that these things are there? So how can I prove that these are there? So children, you have learned in your lower classes C6, S12, O6. What do we call this? We call this as glucose. So you have seen here glucose contains 6 carbon, 12 hydrogen and 6 oxygen atoms. So I have proved to you that carbon, hydrogen and oxygen are present in the food. When they combine together, we call it as polymerization, that we will learn in the chemistry topic, the carbon and its compounds. Later on we are going to do that. Now coming to this, I already told you about glucose. Now I will be talking about protein here. Protein is made of nitrogen, hydrogen, carbon and oxygen. Now protein is made of this, and protein in itself is made of amino acids. These amino acids are the simplest part of the proteins. Many amino acids, then amino acids. When these all amino acids they come together, they make protein. So combination of amino acids they make the protein. So what is the final product of the protein? The final product of protein is amino acids. When we talk about glucose is also a final product of polysaccharide. What is polysaccharide? Polysaccharide are the sugars. Starch, we say starch is a polysaccharide. So starch is going to make, as I have told you now, starch. Polysaccharides example is starch. Cotton is also a polysaccharide. But we don't eat cotton. We eat starch. Starch is converted into disaccharides, and disaccharides then are converted into simple sugars which we can actually break in our body. Mitochondria do so. So children, I just now told you about that. Now amino acids. What is the structure of amino acid? Simple I will be telling you because this is not in your course. When we talk about an amino acid, its chemical structure is made up of C, COOH, NH2, then comes here H and H. Now what is this? This is the simplest amino acid, which is glycine. So you can see two of the oxygen atoms are here. One is hydrogen atom, one is carbon atom, nitrogen is also there. So just now I have told you that it consists of amino acids, they consist of nitrogen, hydrogen, carbon and oxygen. So we have seen here they are made up of carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen. So amino acid is made up of this. Now this has been asked in the examination. Already I told you what is the final product of protein? It is amino acid. What is the final product of starch? It will be glucose. Okay, so we are going to go to the next thing. Now that is, I just now talked about, but I didn't took that. That was why food is important. Now why do we eat food? This is an important topic. Why do we eat food? Or why all organisms need food? The question can be asked in a different way. Why all organisms need food? Why do we do so? The answer lies in the fact that food, when broken, provides us energy. Okay, the energy we have learned in the lower classes stored in ATP form. Again ATP, what is ATP? ATP is adenosine triphosphate. Now children, when we talk about energy, it is stored in ATP form and it is used and utilized for us to do the work, daily works. So food when broken provides energy and used to maintain life process, or we can say to run the life process. I am walking, I am writing, or I am speaking. Everywhere I am using energy. So energy is utilized, children. So I think you must have understood why food is important. Now comes here the next concept. When we talk about the next concept, we are talking about now how organisms get the food. Science always is going to run on these main concepts. What, why, how. Now how organisms obtain food. Now this is an important question. So children, let us come to your daily activities or the activities you see daily. You have seen dogs running after the food you give them. Secondly, sometimes you have seen sparrows are eating on the worms. They are feeding on the nectar of the flowers. So they have to move. Movement is being done. So I have left out one thing. What is alive? So this question I didn't took up early, but I will take it now. What is alive? How can we say that? Anything that moves, grows, breathes, you can say. So movement is done for what? Just now I told you. It is to obtain the food. So how organisms obtain food? By moving and catching food. Now, are you getting in mind which type of organisms do this? These are carnivores, the meat eaters, like the lion, tiger. They move toward food, means the prey. Kill them and eat them. So they are known as predators. So we can call them as predators. Okay? So these things are there. Now comes growth. Second thing. In case of the plants, when we talk about the plants, plants also are living organisms and they obtain their food by preparing the food. Do your mother prepare the food? No, she cooks the food. Plants are the only organisms which can prepare the food with the help of photosynthesis process. You learn that. Now plants, they grow. They grow toward sunlight. This is phototropism. We will learn about this. So when plants grow, definitely we also say that they are alive. The plants which do not grow are not alive. That is not the case. Actually, there are certain movements which we cannot see. Those movements are known as molecular movements. We will learn about them. Now breathing. Third part is breathing. Means exchange of air. This we will be learning in detail in the coming topics. So these are the three things how organisms obtain food by moving and catching food that I told you. Second is the plant they grow towards sunlight and roots grow deep. So by this they can obtain the food also. They can take the nutrients and they make the food. Now by breathing also this is not the case. I have just now told you this about only the elaboration of the process of alive. These are the two main things how the organisms they obtain their food. So the body of the organisms has been designed according to obtaining of the food. Parasites, their body is designed to suck the food. They don't have other systems. So children, just now we learned about what is nutrition. We learned about why it is important. Third thing is how organisms obtain food. So these three things we have just now studied. Thank you, children.